can or should, but they don't.
But that's their problem.
I agree.
Okay, then. So I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
This might be the most embarrassing self-own I've seen. Because when Adam Sosnick from the PBD Podcast went on a frustrating tangent about modern women and dating dynamics, it just sounded like he was whining.
This guy said this for the last 5 years. He doesn't have anything. Give Vinny the same vibe that you're giving me.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders looked like I told you I don't like that. So if you want to go do something else on somewhere else, do it. Don't do it in a place like this, and I've told you this 50 times.
And frankly, maybe that's the kind of mindset you develop when you isolate yourself in a cesspit of Hollywood depravity like Miami City. Subscribe to Elites Exposed for more, and take a look for yourself.
So there's been this conflation of that men are women and women are men. There's no difference. Men and women are not equal. Why? Because equal means the same. We're not the same. You have this magical, amazing ability to have children and give birth. And you're giving it all up to do what? Make a couple extra bucks? And then here's the funniest thing is they say things like, I don't want no man telling me what to do. Listen, bitch,
Jeez.
You don't want your husband telling you what to do, but you'll have a random boss telling you what to do? So it doesn't make any sense to me. That is the problem with women. This is hoflation. That is who men are choosing to marry. That's a wife? That's who you're going to choose to have. Hey, Mom, I want you to introduce you to my new girlfriend, Riley Reid. Unbelievable. So who's the one that we talked about? She had sex with 100 guys?
It's like your chance to vent because you're done. Okay, so we got it. We understand.
What does that mean? I'm done.
Yeah, like I'm good. You've been speaking plenty of time. We'll move on. So,
but you do notice what's happening in society.
Adam, I got your point. You're in this life, so the only people you're ever with is with nightlife
people. Pat, you're
so
absolutely wrong. I'll tell you why you're
absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Okay, so go ahead. Tell us what
because it's not. I'm in this life.
Yeah.
Every man who's single is in this life.
Yeah.
I get that you're happily married. You have 4 kids.
That's not. No,
that's amazing. No, that is the point.
No, that's not the point.
Of course, it's the point. The point is you don't know what it's like to be single out there and see half the girls you meet are doing OnlyFans.
Adam, where are you looking for these people?
I'm not even saying me.
No, but that's the point. Though, where are you looking?
Don't worry about me. I'm good. No, I'm talking about the rest of men in society.
No, you're speaking from your perspective.
No,
you're speaking.
Who do you think has more credibility on this topic, me or you?
You're to being around hoes. You, yeah, I agree. You're around it.
Did you see Patrick's face when Adam called her bitch? So here's my guess. A shrewd competitive capitalist like PBD just doesn't want his podcast to mirror what he probably thinks is a kind of male sexual victimhood you see on places like Fresh and Fit and the Whatever podcast. And don't get me wrong, for someone like Patrick Bet David, who's been married to the same woman since 2009, I don't think his pull yourself up by your bootstraps advice is all that relevant either in today's hyper-competitive dating market. Because listen, Adam Sosnick is almost in his 50s, no marriage, no children, calls himself a childless cat daddy, and still is able to throw all that baggage onto the state of modern women? And that's despite the fact that he's taken advantage of that promiscuous culture in cities like Miami and Hollywood his entire life.
So for you, when you how old are you right now, bro?
I'm 45.
45 years old. This is how you're speaking about this?
Yes.
So
this is how they talk. So what's your criticism with me, sir?
This is what? Go ahead, tell me.
But this is what's going out there in society at this point.
For who, though? In what
For
community?
Every man out there.
No, it's not true, though.
Yes, that is true.
That is not true, though.
Okay.
It's where... What
percentage of women did OnlyFans 20 years ago?
Do you know...
What percentage of women did OnlyFans 20 years ago?
Do you know how long prostitution... Do you know how long prostitution's been around?
It's the oldest profession.
How long has prostitution been around?
Forever.
Okay, then. So go to how long that's been around. The trade of prostitution, or whatever you want to talk about it.
10 seconds after the invention of money.
How long have drugs been around? How long has... But you know what you sound like to me? You sound like a little victim. Is what you sound like. You sound like
You're making this about me, and I'm making this about society.
No, because...
So go ahead. I'm the victim. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Any guy who listens to this and buys into the rhetoric that's being sold, hear them out. But if you buy it, you sound like a victim. That's what you sound like. When somebody talks like that, everybody's this and everybody's that and everybody's that, you sound defeated, you sound like a victim, you sound weak.
Okay, to be fair, Patrick just swings way too far in the other direction. It's almost like telling someone in poverty to just make more money. It's accurate and well-meaning advice, but still detached and not very actionable. There's no denying that relationships right now in America and the broader Western world are in an absolute breakdown culturally. There's a severe lack of intimate relationships among young men. The average age of marriage keeps going up. The birth rate has fallen way below replacement, and more women than ever are selling their bodies online for money. All of that has a connecting thread, and it's part of a broader systemic rot that undeniably makes it much, much harder for a young man to start a family and relationship that lasts a lifetime. But the truth is, while Adam's not completely wrong, he's just not the right messenger for it. Much less for someone like Patrick Bet David and the kind of competitive mindset he brings from his business side.
You can go hang out with a group here, and then you'll change. And you can hang out here, and then you'll change. You go hang out over there, you'll change. Make up your freaking mind. Who the hell are you? What is your identity? What do you stand for? Every freaking week you change to somebody new. Who are you? If you increase your market value, your options go higher.
Okay.
Then you get to pick and choose.
Clearly.
Who can do that? What man can do that?
Me.
No. What man can do that? Not
a
you.
guy who's made it in his life that has status,
No.
that has money,
Instead of being this
that has
arrogant,
credibility.
entitled victim.
I'm not
that you
even being
couldn't-
arrogant.
Hear me out. What man can do that?
What do you mean? What
Every man
What man can change to increase their
Every man.
value?
Every man
Everybody.
can or
So for
should,
me-
but they don't.
But that's their problem.
I agree.
Okay then. So I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
But I'm not. You're not. I'm not.
Not to you,
do you
to
know what
them.
do you know what the black pill
hang on
community
a
is?
second. If a guy comes out and is sitting there and talking about, well, you don't know what the market's like out there, sitting there playing, video games 3 hours, you deserve exactly what you're getting.
I agree.
If you're sitting out there gaining 75 pounds and you're fat, you're saying the market sucks, you deserve. If you're not improving reading books, instead you're reading some nonsense.
Fully agree.
So to me, I don't feel sorry for that guy.
Oh, and by the way, Patrick put out a poll in the chat, literally in the middle of this exchange, and it seems like a majority of his audience agrees that Adam's acting like a victim here. Though if you see much of the comments, people seem to be calling out Patrick instead for being woefully out of touch. Truth is, both of these men have created a life that either shields them from the problem of promiscuity, like in Pat's case, or they benefit from it instead, like Adam. But it's still a paradox on the right you often see come up. They're for the free market in the economy, but not the free market in dating. And in modern dating, women just have the bargaining power and there's nothing you can do about it. As a man, you can choose to level up or stay down in the lower rungs of the ladder, just as it works in capitalism. But that also means you can't complain about the inequality generated by a free market when you're the one skimming from the top and taking full advantage of the system. Though I have to say, this on-air debate spilled out of the topic and revealed a deeper feud between Patrick and Adam.
Keep living it. But don't sit here and say, well, let me tell you, this one girl used to be this. I'm playing all these videos, and just a week ago, I had a conversation with you about how we talk over, certain things we say. You do it again the following week. After I had a conversation with you last week. After Sarah Huckabee Sanders looked up, I told you I don't like that. So if you want to go do something else on somewhere else, do it. Don't do it in a place like this, and I've told you this 50 times. You lack respect in the way you communicate sometimes.
Okay. I apologize for
And
that.
I told you this how long ago? How long ago was this when I had this conversation? And you talk like this. It's like the guy's got 2 daughters sitting here. Okay, there's a part of a little bit this that respect goes a long way. And by the way, I can sit here and talk to Andrew Tate, have a phenomenal conversation with him, and I don't agree with his lifestyle. And I can sit there and say, that's what you choose to live, do it.
Why don't you push Andrew Tate like you're pushing me right now?
No, because I have pushed Andrew Tate.
Not like this.
No, because for you, you want to have the family. He said he doesn't want to. You say you do. So you're like this guy. Andrew Tate, this is me. Great, go. I respect anybody that believes in whatever they believe in. Doesn't mean I have to choose to live the way you live.
Yeah, but
for you, it's like this. You're so easily, what is the word that you're easily influenced? There's a word for it. What is the word that somebody can easily change their minds on? Not impressionable. It's a different, malleable. You're so easily malleable. Like you can go hang out with a group here and then you'll change. And you can hang out here and then you'll change. You go hang out over there, you'll change. Make up your freaking mind. Who the hell are you? What is your identity? What do you stand for? Every freaking week you change to somebody new. Who are you?
I fully disagree with that.
I agree with that. I fully believe that.
Because I say one day I would like to have a family. You're using that as against me to be like, well, where's your damn family already, bro?
Nobody said that to
This
you.
guy said this for the last 5 years. He doesn't have anything. Give Vinny the same vibe that you're giving me.
Nobody said that to you.
Keep that energy with Vinny.
Because
when you're trying to get him a girlfriend on my neck.
But Vinny, the difference between you and Vinny is Vinny wants to have a family And Vinny doesn't want to go to the clubs, 11 nightclubs, 24/7.
Damn. Do you think Adam's going to stick around after this? He's already lost his show called The Soscast not too long ago. But do let me know who you think came out on top here. And subscribe to Elites Exposed to join the conversation.